Okay, so then, next slide, Michelle.
So before Michelle gives you a recap of where we're going over the next 60 days, I just wanted to get your feedback. First off, do you feel that we're on track from a time frame standpoint and we're touching on the right topics? Are there things that you expected to hear that you didn't hear that you would like us to take further action in looking at? Of course, this is just a preliminary first readout, I understand. And the door is always open to, through these ex officio members, I guess, to help.
This is great.
Inform.
You're doing a really good job.
The team.
I'm just saying.
I'm just a spokesperson.
Hey, it's all, everybody.
I like how it is citizen focused. It's the citizens, I enjoy that, and I think y'all are doing a great job.
Ironically, I think the pandemic has not hurt us. In many ways, it actually has helped us, is people have become more comfortable with technology, whether that's via Zoom, offering their comments, through surveys, through Facebook, through Twitter, which we're collecting all those inputs, as well as as Michelle stated, we have an ideas wall webpage within the city's scope of web stuff that's providing us data points. So they don't have to show up at a meeting physically, and we're getting quite a bit of input. So as I said earlier, if there's any topics that arise, or please don't hesitate to let me know, let our ex officio council folks know. We will, I think, be doing most of the heavy lifting the next 3 months. So February, March, and April is really the heavy lifting. Not that we haven't been doing heavy lifting, but that's, if you want us to address something, that's kind of the window.
Okay, so I'll talk about the upcoming sessions that we have and meetings and so on. So for the next 60 days, we have a community education series that we planned for that we'll talk about. Also some pop-up events and additional CPAC meetings. So this week, Thursday coming up, February 11th, is going to be our first community education session. We figured we would have this in this planning session. We didn't have it in the past, but we want to have another touch point for the community to learn about what's going on with some of these issues. We're asking them to give comments all the time, and we're not sure if they know what it is, right? So we have these community education sessions that will explain. For instance, this one is on placemaking and economics. So we're going to be talking, combining the market analysis that Todd and Bob talked about, and you'll see in the video when we send those, with how that goes into creating a place, a sense of place, like, for instance, Crabapple, the businesses and the areas that you congregate and so on, how that all comes together. And it also incorporates branding as well. So we'll have a full meeting to discuss that, and we have half of that meeting will be community input options. We call it the open mic sections. So that'll be on this Thursday at 6 p.m. on Zoom. So we have the link on the slide, and we've posted it through all of our social media, and hopefully people will come. We'll send emails out later this week as reminders. Also following that, on the Thursday after that, which is February 18th, we have a session planned that will discuss solely sustainability. So we'll get into big picture sustainability items, as well as going into what the city has in terms of programs. And of course, we need to touch on recycling, as we heard earlier. So that'll be coming up the next week, and you'll get more information there with the Zoom link. That'll also be on Zoom. We've also went ahead and scheduled for March a community session, which will be on smart cities and transportation. So I just real quick want to explain a little bit about what smart cities is, because I know that's sort of a new concept. So it basically revolves around innovation, and it's often technology-based solutions for problems experienced by cities, and it's also innovation improvements to help improve quality of life. So if you just think about those things and how technology and any innovation could come in to make those solutions happen. So we would want to sort of think about that. There's a lot of academic institutions looking for cities to pursue these smart activities so that it could be a real world example. So it's, one of these new things that's being pushed throughout the world. So coming up in April, we have a program which we're calling PopUp Events. We're hoping that by April, the weather would be a little bit nicer, so I have some outdoor pictures on here. We will decide, with the steering committee and CPAC, where we should locate throughout the city, one meeting in Crabapple, something else at Deerfield or wherever, to have some sort of outdoor event so that we can capture the folks who may not necessarily, be those that come to City Hall a lot, but we'll grab some regular folks out there and see what they think about a lot of these topics that have been coming up. So we'll have some more information on that as time rolls along. As far as upcoming CPAC meetings and work sessions, so we have our next one on February 25th. So as you see, February is a busy month for us, right? But so we have our community education session this Thursday, another one on the 18th, and then we have a CPAC meeting on the 25th. There we will talk about form-based code and the TDR, as well as land use. At our January CPAC, a lot of the CPAC members said they wanted to get a little bit more understanding on form-based code and TDR. And so we said, okay, good, we'll do a education session for CPAC, and then we'll talk about land use. And if we have time, we may catch people up on the Arnold Mill situation, but we'll see. Our last meeting took a little bit longer than we anticipated. Following up with that, March 25th, we have another CPAC meeting, and that topic would be on transportation and smart cities. Oh, okay. Any questions? Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity, are you finding most people are coming here for the meetings in person?
The CPAC members, yes, they're coming. Okay. A couple have come in through Zoom.
Okay.
And as far as additional public, we suggest they join in Zoom, but we do provide the community place room if members of the public, if we have too many people in here, we have them on that side.
So the answer, so you're seeing people actually come, most of them come in person, some will do Zoom.
Yes. But so far, we've pretty much had full participation. Just the one meeting over Christmas, we missed maybe 2 folks, but the other meetings, if they weren't here, they were on Zoom.
Good.
Yeah. Any other questions? Is that my last slide? Yes, it is. Any other questions? Comments? Okay, great. So I don't know if anybody want to take our final bows. I don't know. I'm kidding.
I just wanted to thank, and we've already thanked, but there is a tremendous amount of work on behalf of our staff and our volunteers. So Michelle, Bob, Steve, really, really thank you. And along with Sumit stepped up to be the vice chair, and Todd stepped up to be the chair. So thank you. It's a lot of hours, and I appreciate it.
I would agree with that. So thanks to everybody who's involved. Any questions or thanks for starting the meeting, Peyton. So, okay, but we'll adjourn.
All right. Good session.
See ya.
Yeah.
How's it going? Good quiet night?